Welcome back to Eakin It Real with my co-host Kenny
How you guys doing?
and our new salesperson, Mr. Sean Ward. How you doing, Sean?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm going to ask you, right?
Not really, but
You don't have an idea.
I'm ready for it.
Is the grass greener on the other side?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew he was coming with that.
That's our little side joke.
Yeah, that's our side joke, but I can honestly say it is greener over here.
Well, tell me why. Tell me why.
I'll tell you why.
greener.
It's a real family atmosphere over here that I'm really taking a hold to and I'm liking a lot.
Huh?
Different, which every location is different, but what I'm seeing here and getting used to already, I'm really liking it. So I'm seeing a future here.
Yeah, man, this is a definite family organized place. You know, anytime an employee has a family situation
Right.
or a game, or you know, if you need to go, you know, if you take off
care of
to take
family.
care of,
Yep.
you know, grandkids, stuff like that. I don't ever say no, do I, Kenny?
No, nope.
If I say no, I probably mean no.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
ever say no.
Yeah.
You know why? It's because, you know, in the 25 years I've been doing it, we didn't get to do that.
Right. It has been where in the car business it's very strict,
Yeah.
hard to get away. But you know, like you said, we are a family, and we understand that life comes at us pretty fast.
Oh, yeah.
And it wouldn't be life if it didn't come at you. So.
Right?
What's your favorite thing about the brand Kia?
My favorite thing is the knowledge that I'm actually learning about Kia. So I didn't know a lot about Kia even from growing up, just the commercials from the hamsters with the soul.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, right.
Right.
But now the knowledge that I'm gaining from it, I'm actually thinking of switching over myself to a Kia.
Well, you got a bunch of vehicles.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Which one are you going to switch over?
Probably the BMW.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah, I seen you. Look, which one were you looking at the other day? Was it a Telluride?
the Telluride and also the K5 GT with the turbo. Matte gray one. That one is really nice.
So where did you get the nickname Sean Weatherly? How did that come about? If you guys don't know, he has this whole skit he does where he's a weatherman. Can we actually see you morph into that real quick without the wig?
So I came up with it. I wanted to tie the weather in with car sales, and just tying it in with trying it out. And it actually stuck, and people started calling me instead of my last name Ward to Weatherly. And I was like, this is something I can run with.
Yeah.
And it kind of stayed with me, and people love it. They always asking for it, and then calling me Weatherly as I walk around. And so that's why I want to turn it into something and just see where it goes. And it's pretty exciting.
Like, how often are you making a post like that? Is that something you do weekly?
It used to be weekly, but I actually want to turn it to where it's at least 3 times a week because I'm actually reporting on the weather, but turning it into something with the vehicle.
So you're actually reporting weather, but then you
Yes.
turn it into something where it's beneficial to you?
Yes.
So summertime, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah. It's Texas, guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hotter next week.
For the next 3-4 months.
So what's better than getting something with some AC, right?
Right. There you go.
All right, so what's something about you that we don't know, man? Let's put it out there.
I'm a real big family guy. I'm big on helping others if I see someone down or anything I can do. I had a thing of even being in Killeen as long as I have. I'm helping people that I see around. I hate it when I know that it's going to be a freezing day. I think of the people that's outside and doesn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
So I'm really big on.
Got a big heart for that. Yeah, that's rough. You know, it seems like things have gotten better around Killeen as far as that goes. I don't know. I haven't seen too much of that.
Not too much like it used to be.
No, like
So,
it was
yeah.
during COVID. It
Yeah.
was crazy. Yeah. So what all brands have you sold cars for?
I started in 23 with Corey with the keys. So it was pretty much, we had 7
Mr.
lots.
Corey with the
So,
keys.
Yeah.
We like Corey with the keys. He's cool.
So I did learn. He gave me a chance to start there, and I got to sell different brands. I didn't have one brand, and so when I started going to other locations, it was all used cars. I've never been at a new location where it was only new mostly.
Yeah.
So this is the first of having to get certified and
Yeah,
know my
it's-
product.
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
You know,
it is.
customers come in, they expect you to know. You know,
Yeah.
they expect you to be able to put them with the right vehicle, with what
Yeah.
the features they want.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though I worked for Eakin for all these years, I was always the used car guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, used car trailer, used car lot. Even when I was in the new car building, I was assigned to selling used cars.
Yeah, you're over in the corner.
Yeah, because I was the used car guy. So I understand that
Yeah.
that train of thought.
So what I would do is look at and watch salesmen. And so when I started mimicking and that's what turned me into like I was able to sell once I started.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's two guys I do want to say, Draper Dews and Patrick Thomas.
Okay.
So those are two guys I always mimic, and that's what got me into selling.
What was
And I
it about
able-
them that you wanted to mimic?
They're always hustling, and once I seen someone sell like 6 cars in a day, I'm like, oh, that's what I want to do. Make
That's a pretty
Yeah.
good day. That's a good day. What's the most cars you sold in a day, Kenny?
Probably 8, I
Oh,
would
man,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta get started early.
Yeah.
Well, that's a culmination of a week's work of work. And
Yeah.
you know, you don't sell 8 cars in one day.
Oh,
it
no.
it
That's
just
just
piles
like
up,
it.
and all
Yeah.
the and then
I
all
wish
of
it
a
was
sudden,
like that.
and then all of a sudden it just hits all at once.
Yeah.
So, and then the worst part is once you do those 8. I always call it a Ferris wheel. You always want to keep those chairs filled up. So when it comes back around, you don't have empty ones that show up.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a 0 day, and we don't want that. So
Bad
the key
days.
about doing that is always once somebody jumps out and buys a car, you have got to load that thing back up
Yeah.
and let it cook on the way around. So when that seat does come around, it's not empty, and they,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
buy a car. So that I always had a correlation of making it my Ferris wheel, keep my Ferris
Yes.
wheel filled up.
Up in the Ferris wheel filled up.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good analogy. That's a real good one.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is your best attribute as a salesperson, Mr. Weatherly?
I say I can pretty much adapt with someone's situation. Like I said, I deal with so many people, and I can pretty much, if they're having a bad day, we're going to turn that bad day to something good. And so if someone comes in and they don't know, I can point the right direction and let's go from here. But I feel like I bring a lot of enjoyment. I'm always smiling, and
know
smiling
that.
is contagious.
It is.
Yeah,
it actually
so,
changes people's chemical
Yeah.
balance sometimes.
Yep.
yeah.
If you don't believe me, just smile at someone on the road. You know,
Yeah, oh,
the
definitely.
person next to you, just smile at them.
It's hard not
What
to
in the
smile.
world?
The
Yeah.
smile's natural, and
Yeah.
you know for frowning and looking mean is
Yeah,
that takes work.
right?
It really does, man. It really does. What do you think the most successful salespeople? What is one thing that they all have in common?
They stay moving. Don't sit down and not content. The person that gets content, they stay in the same place and don't make new goals to sell more. They might think it in their mind, but if you sit and not move around, I think that's where you're giving up, kind of, or being content.
Yeah, you got to be intentional.
Yeah.
You
So
gotta be
when,
intentional.
have you ever had the issue of where when you first came in and you were setting goals that you probably set a goal that wasn't realistic? Like you just said it because everybody else was saying,
Yeah.
I'm going to do 15.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know, you weren't in the position to sell 15 at
Yeah.
the time. Have you ever done that?
I would say crazy stuff like 30, 40, but I didn't know the situations until I
What it
actually
took
got
to
into
get
it.
to
yes.
30 cars, right.
And
Yeah.
I did get close to 30 one time, and it was the most excitement that I ever had. And so I'm like, I got to continue this.
Right.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah. And it's easy to do that 30.
Yes.
It's hard to do it the next month.
oh yeah, definitely.
That's the one thing about this business that
Yeah.
I think just wears me out the most.
Yeah.
It's like you can be just a hero,
Yeah.
and then the next
Right to
day
zero.
you're
Yeah,
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
You're
Yep.
nothing. You got no money made. Everything's stressful.
Yeah.
The bills start coming due. You know,
Yeah.
it's just so much to it, man. It takes someone pretty strong to
It-
get.
it
to
takes
do
strong
this,
will.
this industry.
Yeah.
Tell me a joke. Make me laugh.
I don't know any jokes.
Man, come
just
on,
myself. Sometimes just smiling makes someone laugh. Right. So I don't know any jokes like that. I listen to a lot of dad jokes. That's funny, but I can't remember any.
Yeah, I don't remember jokes and stuff. I've got the same like 2 or 3 jokes that I started telling whenever I sold cars.
Right.
Same ones. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the first for everybody else.
Yeah, I
Every
know.
time you sell it, it's
Yeah.
first,
You only
first time
need
somebody
3 or
hears
4
it. Yep.
because you know you get a new customer every day.
Right.
You know? And then the bad thing is when you sell them their second, third, and fourth car, they're like, "Hey man, you've already told me this joke."
Right.
You're like, "Oh man."
But you're good at telling it.
yeah, you just
Okay.
get better and better and better at
So
it.
hence, when you're selling cars, you say the same thing all the time to all the customers.
Uh-huh.
The customers don't know that you're saying the
They
same
don't-
thing.
yeah.
They just think that you're really good at helping them into a vehicle.
Yeah.
But you're really doing the same thing.
I figured that out whenever I hired a fishing guide one time. Funny thing is, his name was Richard Simmons, which I thought was funny. And he had fake teeth. He had this big mouth full of chompers. You know, he's just a funny guy. I mean, he was cracking me up the whole time we're fishing. And I liked the guy so much, I went back 2 months later and I brought 3 or 4 of my buddies. I'm like, this guy's the funniest guy ever. And I'm sitting on that boat and it was the same jokes. I'm just like, man, you're not that damn funny. And they were laughing. I'm like, oh, he goes, yeah, man, you know, I only got a few.
Yeah, I'm out.
That's all I got, man. It's just being you from here. So I thought that was funny. And I kind of adapted with that. Like, okay, I need to learn some jokes. I need to get some jokes.
Right. and just keep it rebuttal. That's pretty.
So Kia's got the lifetime powertrain warranty when you buy from the Eakins.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? Have you ever been in a situation where you could tell that to somebody?
I have been telling that to every single customer. That's one of my selling points. That as long as you have this car, it's not the life of the loan; it's the life of the vehicle. Yeah. So, and that
means 15 years, 20 years,
right.
and however long you want to keep a car, right?
Yeah, and you do get that question of, so after the 100,000 miles, is it canceled? No, it does not.
It's lifetime.
Lifetime.
Yeah. It sure does make it easy whenever you can back up your product.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Whenever you
I've
got
seen it
a-
used numerous times.
Yes.
Yeah,
Make a
it's
customer
definitely-
happy.
Yeah.
Sean Ward sells cars here at Dennis Eakin Kia. We've got Kimberly Eakin Kia in Lufkin, Texas as well. Just growing, man.
Yep.
A lot of opportunities. What a great organization to be a part of, right?
Yes, sir.
Guys, it was fun. We love having you on our show. Kenny, do you got anything for the viewers?
No, let's go. Let's
Kenny's ready
rock
to
and
sell
roll.
some
Gotta
cars,
go to
guys.
work.
We got to get back to work.